Welcome to the BBC introducing North East Show. We have taken over the magnificent Look North studios and I'm joined by Ennio ahead of a massive moment where he's playing the BBC introducing North East stage at Reading and Leeds. A very special occasion. Ennio, welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great, man. I'm buzzing. I can't wait for Reading and Leeds, man, honestly.
I'm so excited. I'm kind of living vicariously through you right now. With Reading and Leeds on the horizon, what have you been doing to prepare for this big moment?
Just doing what I always do, mate. I'm just making music, practicing, just getting ready, doing my other shows and stuff, levelling up. Just getting ready.
Now, this live setup is quite different for you. What's been the most exciting part of this new experience, and how has it been preparing for this moment?
Well, yeah, just like you say, it's new. It's I've never really properly worked with a band before. Like for my own tracks, I wanted to see, what it would sound like having them adapted, with a band and stuff, and it's been great. I've been loving it.
It's sounding excellent, by the way. Reading and Leeds, massive festival. Are you excited to see anybody on the lineup there?
The Prodigy, Blink-182, myself, obviously. There's plenty of people.
How'd you manage to go see yourself?
I'll watch it back when I...
It's going to be magical when you watch that back. I cannot wait to watch that back. Now, I know recently you went down to see an artist that you admire quite a lot, Skepta, and he put on his own festival in London. Now, I can see in the future you having your own festival, hopefully, here in the North East. If you did, or when you do, who will you have on the lineup?
Well, I'll pinch half of that lineup, so I'll take Skepta and Jeremy. I'd like to mix it up. I listen to a lot of new metal and stuff, so I'd love to have System of a Down if we could magically get them back together. We'll take Swan Nek. Your band would be pretty solid, I think. Iconic, of course. And I think that's probably enough for that one.
Yeah, great choices, by the way. I love them. Now, you're playing with Swan Nek, an established band in the North East at the moment. How has it been gelling with these guys and bringing your music to life with live instruments?
Easy. It's been really easy. We've rehearsed one time before today. Honestly, they've smashed it every step of the way. I've not really had to do much.
Ennio, you've really stepped it up in terms of your live performances this year. You've had some electrifying shows. Have you taken anything away from any of those shows that you're going to execute on the BBC Introducing BBC Introducing stage at Reading and Leeds Festival?
Yeah, man, I'm just working on my crowd control and stuff like that, like engaging the whole crowd. Just stuff like that, really, just standard stuff.
And BBC Introducing have backed you from the start. How has that support been from them, and have you noticed any changes over the years since we first started supporting you?
It's always helped with my confidence and stuff like that. Nick Roberts was always backing me from day one. Obviously, there's been one massive change this year, and it's that I'm doing a major festival, so that's that's a pretty big deal. It's been great. It's been very important for my career.
It's been so wonderful seeing you growing up from that young lad in his early 20s. You're still kind of in your early 20s now, but it's been so nice to see you grow from being part of Any Dons, the grime duo, and now you're growing and maturing as a solo artist. It's been so nice to see. Now, you're here to perform for us live. What are you going to play for us first?
I've got an unreleased song. It's called Headliner Freestyle.
So, if you've just tuned in, you are in luck. We have a mighty live session here in the Look North studios. It's a very special occasion. Our very own Ennio is going to represent the North East on the BBC Introducing stage at Reading and Leeds. This is his Headliner Freestyle.
Been overly cold, lifestyle's changing, you know how it goes. When I drop my tracks with the bros, when I fill up the roads like Pokemon Go. And I just don't fold. Got a bright future, so I'm told. Got paid for a sold out show, but I still might chill with some beans on toast. Things could change overnight, I got rep cause I worked that overtime. Been training all day long, me with a mic and a focus right, yeah. Bro, I stay so overnight, I'm trying to run this game, so I roll the dice. Headline, I'm the closer type, I've been a golden boy since open mics. I stay ready, I'm fighting fit. Rush to the stage on the hypest ish. Then I go home with a real tight girl. If I go halfway, then she bites my lip. Feet on the ground, I'm the soundest kid. Family's proud of the things I did. Say my name as the beat kicks in. Get 3 wheel ups, there's not like it. Damn, fought for this ish and I've taken my lumps. I'm not surrounded by fakers and bums. Sleeping on me, then I'm taking your lunch. I've leveled up, taking a jump. I've been grinding for 100 months. Met real bros and I met I ain't got time to be waiting around, no way, I'll just push to the front. I'm telling you once, right now's my time. Not one man that can doubt my grind. I've been killing this ish with my family. Shout my dad, he's the proudest guy. I've been more than about my guy. No one's gonna turn down my shine. When I got booked for renting and Leeds, and I told my team they were on cloud 9, cause I shut down mad stages with good guys that come from bad places. One time I lost my foundation, I looked inside myself and found greatness. I'm trying to do good for my mom, she ain't got cash for housing down payments. I'm changing, I know who I am, gonna make my sound and take it round nations.
NEO BBC introducing North East. Wow, that was great. I love seeing that live as well. What an amazing feeling. You've been representing the North East with your music. What's been the most rewarding aspect of that journey, if there is any?
I mean, Redden and Leeds, honestly, man. Like, I mean, like it's not something that I didn't really see. I didn't really see it coming. So yeah, I mean, just getting booked for a major festival like that is just crazy.
Well, Ennio, I know you're into some of the icons of sport, music, and I know you're very interested in the way those greats, the way the mind works, mindset. What is mindset for you, and how are you preparing for all these big moments, and what do you want to achieve in the next few years as NEO?
I mean, I just try to stay realistic. I try to think about like what I can achieve and what I can do, what I can control myself. In the next few years, ideally, I just want to not have to work a normal job. As long as I don't necessarily have to be like the biggest rapper in the world, but if I can just do what I love doing, and not have to think about much else, like I'm cool with that.
Well, there was a time where I thought maybe NEO's going to make grime music for the rest of his life. And now I'm seeing you broadening your horizons. I'm seeing you dabble with different types of music. I'm hearing the musicality come through in your tunes, and the maturity and the growth. What sparked this journey of improvement? Is there any inspirations maybe from sports or music that's you thought, I like the way that they've approached this so professionally or whatever, I'm going to do something similar?
I mean, just being around my peers, like rappers like yourself and like Iconic and stuff like that, kind of just like doing other things. I was doing grime so long really because I didn't really feel capable of doing anything else, and I started trying other things, and then it's helped me evolve really.
Balancing success with future goals can be tough. How do you stay focused and grounded while you're trying to achieve so much?
I just don't try to force anything. I just try to make sure that I'm just doing what I can do. You know, if I don't feel inspired, I try not to force it, and if I do feel inspired, I try to take advantage of it. Really.
I love that, and anyway, I know you're so cool, calm, and collected, but really, what you're doing right now is setting up a blueprint for rappers coming up that maybe we didn't have when I, as a rapper myself coming up, might not have had great examples like you setting the way, showing us how to do things. How important it is for you to set a good example for future generations of musicians, especially rappers coming up in the Northeast?
I mean, yeah, it's a big deal. It's not something that I'd necessarily thought of, but you know, I think it is a big deal. It's good. It's good. I feel like it should be good for, you know, aspiring younger rappers to see what I'm doing and think that they can do it themselves. Because like I say, I mean, not many people have done the things that I'm doing at the minute. So yeah, I hope people take inspiration from that.
It's nice, and I've seen you actually giving back to the community and supporting the younger producers and rappers coming up, which I think is magnificent to see, because not everybody does that type of thing, and it's nice to get a little bit of help. Speaking of help, what is the next track you're going to be playing, and what's the story behind it?
So the next track I'm going to perform is Help. It was the first song that I wrote after kind of deciding I was going to quit music back in 2022. I kind of lost all my inspiration, and I was at a very dark point, and I wrote this one that kind of brought me out of it. So yeah, this will be Help.
Let's go for it. This is NEO on the Look North Takeover for BBC introducing Northeast. We are celebrating a massive performance coming up very, very soon at Reading and Leeds. But for now, this is NEO with Help.
What you know about lying in the covers, and your stomach keeps on rumbling, but there's nothing in the cupboards, and your mother keeps on working to the bone, and she suffers, but she's grafting through the pain. There ain't a woman like my mother, I'd love her. That's why I promised I'd help, but know that this is bigger than my own self. I gotta do this. I'm losing sleep, I know it's bad for my health, but I just gotta put that ish on the shelf. I'm going through it. I'm giving everything till nothing remains. Every day I'm staying working and I'm hoping for change. Gonna keep on stacking till I've broken the chains, because my life has been a struggle and it won't be the same in the end. I get lost in my head, sometimes I'm selfish and it's lost me some friends and I miss them. But I'm grateful for the ones that get me through it, because without them on music I'll be rotten and dead, man, I swear. Swear sometimes I don't love myself. Wasn't really happy with the cards I was dealt. Took too long to realize that we all need help. Sometimes, yeah, we all need. Swear sometimes I don't love myself. Wasn't really happy with the cards I was dealt. Took too long to realize that we all need help. Sometimes, yeah, we all need. I felt like giving in, man, I was sick of feeling beaten. I lost my purpose in my life, I couldn't see a meaning. Comeback season, now I promise you won't see me leaving. Steady scheming for success, I'm kicking and I'm screaming. Was crying out for help and kept on pushing back my friends. I lost my sense of self, but now it's coming back again. Worked on my mental health, now I could never slack again. No more faking happiness, doing me, I won't pretend. Life's a learning curve, I'm gonna grow from my mistakes. No more substances to dull the pain and try escape. Give up on my plan, but now I see it taking shape. Everyone around me knows I'm getting to a better place. Keep it moving, miss some shots, but I'll just keep on shooting. Got a dream that I'm pursuing, I'll never say I'm losing. Even if I take an L, still progressive self-improvement. Choose to be the better me, will not fail, I stay refusing. Swear sometimes I don't love myself. Wasn't really happy with the cards I was dealt. Took too long to realize that we all need help. Sometimes, yeah, we all need. Swear sometimes I don't love myself. Wasn't really happy with the cards I was dealt. Took too long to realize that we all need help. Sometimes, yeah, we all need help.
NEO BBC introducing Northeast Look North Takeover. How does it feel to be in this studio, by the way?
It's surreal, man. It's crazy. This is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, honestly.
I've been in here a few times now, and that feeling still hasn't wore off yet. I think it's a fantastic space to use, and you know that this space wasn't being used for music since the 80s, and I think Jules Holland was the last person in this studio with a live music show, and now NEO is in the building, tearing down the roof, ahead of your Reading and Leeds performance. Honestly, I can't explain in words how excited I am for you. With so much happening, do you have time to think about what's next?
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it's all just managing expectations again. I'm planning on releasing plenty of more new music this year to keep the momentum up after the festival, and hopefully it leads to more next year.
Now, you touched on before we went into help on about there was a time where you were thinking about quitting music. What was going on during that time in terms of your thoughts about pursuing music as a career, and what was making you think that maybe I'm not going to go forward with this route?
I was getting sick of performing the same venues to the same crowds and kind of not feeling like I'd progressed any further. I felt like I'd kind of hit the kind of the ceiling of like being a local rapper, and I guess that was in a sense true. And I'm just kind of doing the things that make you not a local rapper anymore now, I guess.
What do you remember? What was those things that helped you break through that time in your life that you thought, right, I'm lacing my boots back up, I'm going for it one more time?
My mates just wouldn't let me stop. Basically, like people like Iconic and Reality and stuff like that, they just wouldn't let me stop. Like I was telling people that I was done, and they were like, "Yeah, you're not." like eventually, I just wasn't. I knew I was lying to myself anyway.
Yeah, once you're in love with the music, you'll always go back, and it's nice to hear that you've got such a solid group around you. And music can be a very lonely place, especially when you're creating. How important is it to have a solid group of people around you when you're trying to pursue your ultimate ambition?
Oh, it's so important, man. I mean, like even down to like I send like when I first write a song, like I'll send like the first draft to a few people and like get like opinions and like stuff like that. You can't do this stuff by yourself really, because you kind of be living in a vacuum, and it doesn't really work like that.
Absolutely. Now, Reading and Leeds, you can tick that off the list. Where else can you see yourself performing in the next few years, or have you got anything else on that list you want to tick off in the next few years?
Yeah, I want Glastonbury next year.
Glastonbury next year, yeah. Main stage.
yeah, sound that.
Do you know what? I would love to see a Northeast artist, and I'd love to see you on one of those stages, and I'm sure that's in the future for you if you really want it. What else is coming up in the near future? You've teased at some songs. Have you got some things ready? Any projects ready coming out? Anything that you can give us an inside scoop on?
I've got Kendall calling next weekend. And then as far as music, I mean, like I say, I'm planning on dropping like a new release every single month, between at least until like November. I've got some garage, I've got some trap, I've got some grime, I've got a bunch of different stuff. My first ever self-produced track as well, which will be Headliner Freestyle. Yeah.
So you've made the beat entirely yourself. How's that process been, becoming the producer?
I've loved it, honestly. I mean, so like at the start of the year, like I bought Fruity Loops, and I was like, right, this year I'm kind of going to focus on production. I'm not going to release that much rap. Like I want to actually like level up as a producer. And then I got Redden Leeds, and I was like, oh well, I need to release more music then. Innit? So, but it's been great, man. I love it.
It's so good that you're gonna have your first self created track from start to finish, and you've played it live on this show as well. How did that feel?
Well, I mean, obviously I didn't play my version because the band have made it better, but yeah, no, it's still crazy to do, man. I love it.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. Now, have you got any dream collaborations or people that you want to work with in the future?
What, just out of everyone? I mean, just the legends like Skepta, Gets, people like that, man. Like,
do you think there's been any barriers for Northeast artists in the past for us to connect with bigger more established artists from around the country?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's mostly just exposure, really. Like, I mean, it's just like they just don't really know we exist, largely. Like, so.
Well, do you know what I love about your style? You're so authentic, and you wear Newcastle on your sleeve. You can tell you're Newcastle through and through. Whitley Bay, to be exact. Do you think it's important for artists to use their own accent when they're rapping, especially when they're from this region or from the UK in general?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, I think it's weird if you don't use your own accent. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have too much to say about it, but like, yeah, I think it's good to be authentic. I mean, I'd find it weird if I'd spoken a London accent and then I jumped off stage and I started talking to people and I was like, oh, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Like, so.
It's so true, and you've stayed true to your roots, and I think that's what's brilliant about you, your authenticity and how you're not scared to be yourself. It's been so great to have you on the show. It's been amazing, and I'm so excited to see where your future takes you. You're focused, dedicated, and I know you want it bad, and those things are so important. You need to send me all the photos, all the videos from Reading and Leeds, because I'll just be there eagerly waiting, like, when has he performed? Has he performed? How's it went? I want to know all the gossip. But I'm so proud of everything that you've done, because these things don't get handed out to you. You earned them, and you've earned where you're at now, and I hope this continues. So for one last time, in the Look North studios for BBC Introducing Northeast, what is the final song you're going to play for us?
This will be my newest single, Miley Cyrus.
Right, if you've just tuned in, don't worry, you've missed a couple of live songs, but we have one more left. This is Ennio live on BBC Introducing Northeast. Look North Takeover ahead of his massive performance at Reading and Leeds. This is his brand new single, Miley Cyrus.
See, I'm the guy when you look up in my iris. Want the whole cake, I'm not coming for the slices. Wonder why, every day I tell you I'm the nicest. Give myself flowers like my name was Miley Cyrus. See, I'm the guy when you look up in my iris. Want the whole cake, I'm not coming for the slices. Wonder why, every day I tell you I'm the nicest. Give myself flowers like my name was Miley Cyrus. Cause I'm just trying to get my money up. Spend the cash, get it back, get the bag and double up. It's not a gimmick, I really hustle up. Everyone's a rapper now, not everyone can cut it cause you better buckle up, get on my level, I don't even have to struggle, bruv. Riding on the rhythm, I'm skipping like it's double Dutch. Got no time for breathing like I've done a couple shuttle runs. Early morning, I ain't slept the night before. Dropped a dozen bangers, I just wrote a couple more. Bro, it's been a month since I went out and hit a court. Still it's daily that you see in Morgan score. Cause I was born ready. Check my catalogue of bangers and they're all Shelly. I want the bag, man, I'm coming for some more pennies. Tell me I'm up next, I think that I'm the greatest already. See, I'm the guy when you look up in my iris. Want the whole cake, I'm not coming for the slices. Wonder why, every day I tell you I'm the nicest. So flowers like my name was Miley Cyrus. See, I'm the guy when you look up in my iris. Want the whole cake, I'm not coming for the slices. Wonder why, every day I tell you I'm the nicest. Give myself flowers like my name was Miley Cyrus.
Thank you for joining us, Ennio. It's been great celebrating your achievements and looking ahead at what's next. Don't miss his performance at Reading and Leeds Festival, and make sure you check out his brand new single, Miley Cyrus.